MACECE, which is the Moroccan-American Commission for Educational and Cultural Exchange, also known as the Fulbright Commission in Morocco. The commission is a binational commission that was established by treaty between the US and Moroccan governments in 1982, with our mission to promote mutual understanding between the peoples of Morocco and the United States. This program was established back in the 1940s and exists in 160 countries. We currently cover 14 programs annually under the Fulbright umbrella, and these programs are for Moroccans to travel to the United States for study, for research, for teaching and professional development, and for Americans to come here for the same purposes. Every year we send between 60 and 70 Moroccans to the US and receive about 30 Americans here in Morocco. Probably one of our most popular programs is the Study Grant Program, which just opened for applications in February and closes at the end of the summer, June 15th. And that program is for Moroccan students to apply for up to a 2-year master's program in the United States at a US university. It's a fully funded scholarship, which means that it includes tuition, airfare, living expenses, health insurance, materials, and all the things in between. So we have several programs for Moroccan teachers as well. One of the most well-known programs is the FLTA program, and that's for both Moroccan public teachers as well as teachers from the private sector to spend 1 year in the United States teaching Arabic at a US university. For Americans, we have a student program called the ETA program, and this is for young Americans who have finished their bachelor's degree in the United States, and they come to Morocco for an entire academic year to teach English in the public universities. Cultural exchange is a big part of the Fulbright program and what MACECE does. And we find that it's an important program for both governments to really promote the mutual friendship that really has been lasting since the founding of the United States. And part of that diplomacy and that friendship that we have is really important, these type of what we call people-to-people exchanges, because that's where it all starts. These opportunities allow Moroccans to go to the United States and share all about their traditions, their cultures, their community, their food, their music, their history to Americans who might not even know where Morocco is. So that cultural exchange is a really important facet of the Fulbright program. We are very much an important player in the reforms to promote the English language proficiency in Morocco. We do that through a few ways. One, of course, is that all of our programs for Moroccans require a certain level of proficiency. For scholars and researchers as well, it exposes them to the scholarly work and publications. So oftentimes we see that their publication impact factor is increasing quite significantly after their time spent at a US university. Bringing Americans here, like I said, also exposes Moroccan students to a native speaker. So our English teaching assistant program, where they're all immersed in public universities, they're teaching English on a daily basis for an entire academic year. So that's another way we're promoting the English language. And then finally, having our Moroccan teachers in the US, although they're teaching Arabic, they're in a 100% English-speaking environment. So when they come back to teach in their classrooms in Morocco, their proficiency level has gone up quite significantly. Of course, we think about the future and we think about sustainability and we think about funding. We, of course, want to be able to offer more scholarships to more Moroccans to go to the US on these exchanges and more Americans to come here to Morocco. And that takes money. So we're looking at different funding sources for the future in order to promote that sustainability, and then also offer potentially more programs in the future. For me, I think that cultural exchange is, of course, important for the future and something necessary for the future in this globally interconnected world. I see Fulbright and I see MACECE certainly doing a lot in the future, continuing to look for ways to sustain our programs and also add to our programs and add to our scholarships going forward.
background in engineering, computer science engineering, and used the Fulbright program to develop my skills in management because I wanted to learn more about that and to add my potential, to develop my potential in that field. The Fulbright program, it's great because it's not just about earning a degree and having access to knowledge. Knowledge is accessible everywhere today. You can get it on, you can enroll in courses online, but you cannot meet the right people at the right places. So with that experience, you explore a new culture. Despite what's been said on the media, when you go there and you meet with the American people, you learn from them. They host you, they welcome you. You find a whole different culture. You find support. You find a system that takes you and brings you up. And that's the real advantage of the experience. So coming back to Morocco in 2009, I knew I wanted to add value to transforming education as much as I can in my field of action. I created my NGO, and today we build schools and preschools in mountains in Morocco, in rural areas, and we try to empower those kids as much as we can with access to high-level education, high-quality education. Again, it's more than just technical knowledge, really. The experience is really about making you grow as a person and take your responsibility as a citizen and want really to come back and bring the best of yourself and give the best of yourself to your country, to your people, and make sure that whatever you learned there, whatever inspiration you had, you want to take it home and bring it back here. And I had the wonderful, wonderful gift and privilege of having students in my class, having amazing experiences with them. And I was feeling these vibes with them. At the end of the course, they would come and say, "Oh, your course was so inspiring. You were so inspiring." I'm like, thank God I was able to do a little thing and was able to give back a little bit to our students, to our country.